Hello, welcome to Let's Play Anima, Gate of Memories. Now, Anima, as I recall, I've seen books for it here and there. The art is usually very pretty, but also very stylized with these tall, slender people with really long arms and legs. It is, I think, a French role-playing game, a tabletop role-playing game. It's always very expensive, so I've never actually purchased it, and I've heard it's overly complex or something like that. I've heard it referred to as a heartbreaker. So, but this is an action-based game. If I were to describe this character, she's
Some say that the world is coming to an end. Maybe they're right. For more than a year, everything has been plunged into chaos. The sacred holy empire of Abel, once a symbol of power and stability, has fallen. Broken and fragmented, the nations that were once part of it sought after the empty throne, and now the shadow of an insane war threatens to engulf everything. Oblivious to the conflict, the Order of Nathaniel, founded centuries ago to keep humanity safe from what lurks in the night, continued its restless fight against the dark. Over the ages, the Order waged countless secret wars, always hiding from mankind that the monsters who walked among us, our darkest fairy tales, were still there. And then, 2 days ago, something unexpected happened. While the Order was negotiating a way to stop the upcoming conflict with the warring states, the Red Lady, a high-ranking member of Nathaniel, stole one of the artifacts that the organization had sealed in the dark long ago. The Biblos, a book written with the blood of the founder of the Order. Nobody knew why she took it, nor the importance of the artifact, but I, Romeo Exet, leader of Nathaniel, did. Understanding what was at stake, I was forced to send the best agents of the organization to recover it at any cost. As fate would have it, amongst all of those agents, it would be the girl with no name, a cursed child bringing calamity with her, who would find it.
We're gonna have, that's the basic lead up of the story. I don't know much about the lore of the world in large. The Bearer.
This place is devastated. I didn't think that the war had already come this far.
Ignore that nonsense, baby. What mankind does doesn't concern us. Our prey is near, I can tell.
At last we will have some fun.
What is it? Uneasy? That's not like you. You have nothing to fear. You are the bearer of calamities. You have at your disposal the most powerful weapon in the whole of creation sealed in a damned book. You've got me.
Shut up.
Okay, if I were to describe her in D&D terms, with 5th edition terms, I would say she is a Hexblade tome lock. All the stuff from her packed weapon is fluffed as using fists or the book or whatever, I guess. I don't think she actually uses the book itself, but she does energy blast or whatever. And she functions very much like a hexblade. I don't know if she has a like a specter summoning thing, but she uses she has the book instead of a. I need to do a theoretical to reproduce her. That would be interesting. I do not like the way she runs. It is. We start off here with press that or X to attack. Does X do anything? No, because that's for a controller. There are combos. Space or A to jump. That's not a thing that you can break. Okay. We're starting off with most of our powers active, and then we're going to get deactivating a little bit. So the tutorial, you start off stronger than you.
Welcome, Bearer of Calamities. I knew they would send you. Unfortunately, you've come too soon. I have not finished yet.
Lady, in recognition of your years of work for the Order, I will give you a chance to surrender and return the Biblos.
Yeah. They have this thing of sitting there and just sort of breathing deeply. And yeah, okay.
As pragmatic as ever. Well, I didn't expect a greeting from you.
What have you done with this place?
Make no mistake, Bearer of Calamities, I had nothing to do with the destruction of this city. Its inhabitants left before the armies of the Empire arrived. To prevent them from taking it, the people set it on fire and killed everyone who wanted to stay. It's human nature. War, murder, death. It is something you should already be accustomed to.
The voice acting is so... It's kind of... It's not great.
I didn't come here to listen to your pointless speech. Give me the artifact. I will not ask again.
Unfortunately, I'm not finished with it yet. But don't worry. I've prepared something to entertain you and your creature.
I mean, she's wearing an ascot on an open chest. That's...
Goodbye forever, Bearer of Calamities.
Wait! Damn.
Okay. Starter monsters. Flesh shift or right shift. Oh dear. Okay. Oh look, there's more. Oh, well that was a thing. Press E or B to perform a magic beam. I might look into getting a controller for this. I mean, I know some games are better with controllers than others. Q to perform a launcher attack? Oh, I guess it didn't survive. F to perform the energy cutter. Oh right, energy cutter. Let's recover some energy. A lot of keys in annoying places. Okay. Oh, that was... Okay, so fires, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of think she's a hex tome lock that took primal savagery as one of her cantrips. I mean, it's that would be poison rather than energy, but still. Oh, look, there's a pink thing over there.
I was surprised that you didn't pounce on that woman. Did you know her?
She is one of the people who took care of my indoctrination after I signed my pact with you.
Something like your teacher, eh?
Shut up.
New diary entry. Okay. So this is another reason why I say she kind of is like a hex blade, because this is a weapon, and equipping it doesn't really cause you to wield the weapon or change your attacks at all. It just changes your stats. And so what I tend to assume... How do I get... There was a way to look at this. Oh, there it is. The stats are over there. So right now it gives +5 combat, -1 critical, +1 critical, and plus a little bit to critical damage. Okay, so when you equip the weapons, she just sort of absorbs them into herself. This is the guy in the book, at least his human-looking form. It's not what he really looks like. That's sort of what he really looks like, apparently. I'm not entirely sure, but memories. Okay. We have this. First cultural, economic, and military power of Gaia. It was established 700 years ago after a great war that broke the world apart and marked the end of myths and superstitions. Itself is formed of many different countries, independent nations that were unified after the conflict. The emperor rules above everything as a supreme figure that embodies all the political and religious power, although each nation is virtually independent. Directly under the throne is the most important institution. The most important institution is the High Senate, formed by the leaders of all the countries within the Sacred Holy Empire who act as spokesmen for their lands. The Empire has forbidden all supernatural skill or power, considering them too dangerous to be used without control or supervision. For normal people, magic and monsters are just fairy tales, and only a small number of selected agents under the service of the throne are allowed to use in secret supernatural forces. Has enjoyed stability and prosperity since its birth, but in recent times it entered a process of decline that culminated with the madness and death of the last emperor. Without direct heir, the countries that were once part of the High Senate have started a revolt, breaking away from the empire and claiming the power for themselves. It is only a matter of time that a war for the throne begin, and that will shake the very foundations of the world. Good look at Nathaniel as well. That's the group we work with. The order bearing the name of one of the enlightened apostles is the most hermetic society of the world of Gaia. It is linked to the Church of Abel, but has existed even from older times with different names. The organization specializes in investigating and analyzing strange events to find out the truth behind them, but it covers a great variety of other functions. However, its ultimate goal is preventing the destruction of the world, and for that reason they have fought in the past many dangers that threaten it. Its members either possess supernatural abilities or are talented occult researchers. They compile all kinds of information about the cases they are involved with, as well as any other additional revelation they can find. Due to this, the records of Nathaniel had no rival. They have been collecting data about all the secrets in the shadows of Gaia for 5 centuries. The Order acts as an independent clandestine society within the Church, and it's only linked to the High Archbishop. Nevertheless, in practice, their services may be required by many different individuals as long as they keep the required protocol and secrecy. Kings, bishops, and even the Emperor may call for Nathaniel intervention to investigate supernatural cases or signs. The Order frequently collaborates with the Inquisition, although the methods of both organizations tend to collide. Nathaniel is led by a secret council in the shadows. The only known members are the Supreme Inquisitor Romeo Exit, the current leader of the Order, who represent the Church, and Lady Elaine. Many Nathaniel agents are mystics or exceptional fighters, but not all possess combat abilities. So for when they need tactical support, the organization has a small division named Custodium in charge of protecting and helping its members. Each of those guardians has a combat potential equal to an army battalion. Sometimes the agents even use the same dark powers they fight. Nathaniel keeps many secrets and dangerous artifacts hidden, like the book in which Ergo is sealed, or the Biblos, a group of prophecies which describe how 21 creatures called the Messengers would cause the end of the world. Okay, the Bearer. This is our character. The Bearer is a 20-year-old girl who works for the Order of Nathaniel as a hunter of nightmares. A decade ago, she unknowingly awakened the demonic entity Ergo Mundus and made a pact with him while he was sealed within the Book of the Void. This unholy act allowed her to partially control the creature and share some of his powers.
The bearer has no name, since as part of her pact with Ergo, he devoured it. No one can remember what she was called before, so her companions refer to her as the Bearer of Calamities, the given title of anyone who holds the powers of Ergo Mundus. The bearer is not only trained to be a remarkable fighter by her own right and has an astounding magical knowledge, but she can use Ergos's supernatural energy as if they were part of her own, making her the most powerful weapon that Nathaniel has at its disposal against the darkness. Ergo Mundus, the so-called calamity of the world, is an enigmatic immortal entity who centuries ago triggered a conflict that almost plunged the world into a state of chaos. After being stopped through the combined efforts of Nathaniel and other great powers in the world, Ergo's physical body was so shattered that, to avoid his destruction, he was forced to hide his soul in an artifact known as the Book of the Void. Since that time, he has been under close supervision of the Order of Nathaniel, which agreed to allow Ergo to exist in that form in return for his assistance destroying other dark entities like himself. However, to do so, one condition is necessary. Someone must sign a pact with him. A contract that allows an individual to control Ergo's powers and on unusual occasions recreate a temporal body for him. Unusual solutions being quite frequently from what I can tell in this game. I've played a little bit already. Very little is known of the true origins of the High Sorcerer known as the Red Lady. Exactly somebody you want as a high-ranking official of a secret organization, I guess. Other than for more than 20 years she has been the most efficient agent of Nathaniel. Her unmatched supernatural knowledge was the reason why Romeo Exit chose her to become the bearer's master and teach the little girl how to control Ergos's powers. I am struggling with the lack of apostrophes. She was a strict tutor for the child, but the time that they spent together established a familiar bond between both. Lady has cold, ironic humor that distances her from people, but with a strict sense of duty that always forces her to complete her missions at any cost, even if that means putting her own life in danger. I'm imagining this was translated by people for whom English was not the first language, because there's a lot of grammatical errors that are fairly consistent, which makes me think they're related to assumptions as to how grammar works in another language. With the fall of the Empire, Lady became really disillusioned with mankind, and soon after that she vanished for a year just to reappear stealing the Biblos from Nathaniel, something that none, even her own pupil, has been able to understand. So I don't think we got anything. Oh, shoot, we got tutorials bizarre. We have a skill tree, or we don't. We have items, a traditional crafted sword. We have a map, and I am going to get back to killing things, I think. Okay. Okay, moving the mouse controls the frame of reference. Okay. It's WASD. I think, is this the way we came from? No, this looks like the way to go. Especially since there's a thing over here. Not sure what that thing was, but it gave, I think that was a healing thing, because I think the yellow energy is healing. Hey, more of these marionettes to kill. Oh boy, there's a lot of them. Okay, so I need to do the shift. Thought so. That was probably overkill for one critter. Should use the shift rather than the jump, I think. Good, I got 2 of them. Only got 1. Oh, that's right. Q to Q, right now at least, where we're fairly well upgraded. Q to Q does this. was silly. Oh, it's gone. It vanished. What happened to it? Okay. Oh, I missed. I only got one. You're having durability issues. And yeah, I'm overusing the big attack a little bit. Nice little slowdown there at the end. Okay. Is this where it came from? Dodge while you are being hit by enemy attacks to recover yourself. The Forsaken Road. Down, shift, or... Okay, that's not a big... Okay, that was cool. Okay, gotta be able to... So I guess downshift just means hold down shift. Did I miss at that range? That's glorious. Okay. This game is just really... A lot of the stuff on Anima that I've seen over the years, the art and everything is just really, really...
Did you know I don't like water that much? Maybe being sealed in a book for so long has affected me after all.
I wonder if that's a warning. Because I don't remember doing that the last time I went through this tutorial section. Hey, a Uriel ring. So no, I apparently did not die there. But then again, I never got more than like thigh deep. Let's look at the. Well, that's the map. Items. Artifacts. What does this? +5 defense. Sure. Okay. Oh, there's the timer. Stop. Okay, so that's the first video. We've encountered our little, don't want to call her little. We've encountered our protagonist here. We've learned a little bit about the lore of the world, and we're chasing a lady that stole a magic book, kind of like the magic book we're using to fight with. Let's see where this goes. I haven't gotten very far in this game. I decided I wanted to do a blind run of it. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye.